Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the Belle Makeovers if you are stopping by for the first time. So let's just jump right into this tutorial. I'm going to show you how I created this flawless, beautiful eyeshadow. So if you're interested in getting to know how to blend your eyeshadow like a pro, just keep on watching. But before we get started, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now. Thank you. Also, please let me know in the comment section which look you preferred, with gele or without gele. So I'm going to start by drawing her brows. I'm not going to dwell on these eyebrows because I have quite an amount of detailed eyebrow tutorials on my channel. So I'm going to leave the link in the description box and maybe in the video here as well, so you can watch. Please check the description box for all the products that I used. I'm going to list them there. Now that we are done concealing the brows, we are going to move to the eyeshadow proper. So I'm using the leftover concealer on the brush to blend out the eyelid and serve as a base. Now I'm using this liquid lipstick. This is a liquid matte lipstick. I'm using it as a base for my eyeshadow today. The color of the lipstick matches the eyeshadow I intend to use, so I decided to use it. The key to doing this is to don't allow the lipstick to dry before you place your eyeshadow on it. So you're using it as an eyeshadow base, and an eyeshadow base is not dry. So you can see the eyeshadow I'm using is almost finished. So I'm placing it on the liquid lipstick. I'm placing it at the edges first because I don't want it to dry out, because once it dries out I will not be able to blend it out again. So you can see I've placed all the eyeshadow on the liquid lipstick that I used as base. Then I'm using what is left on the brush to soften out that edge. You can see when you are applying your eyeshadow, blending is key. Blending is like the most important thing when you are applying your eyeshadow. So you don't want the line of where your eyeshadow is ending or starting from to show. Now I've gone into another shade. Now I'm going into a lighter shade to blend it out at the crease area. The crease is the area in between the eyebrow bone and the eyelid. So I'm using that orangey shade to transition that brown eyeshadow into the crease. So I've gone into an even lighter shade now. So pay attention to how I'm blending this eyeshadow. I'm not placing different colors on top of on different lines. I'm placing them at the edge of each color because I want them to flow together. Now I went into a little black eyeshadow because I wanted to darken that brown a bit. It was looking too light for me, so I decided to darken it a bit. Then I went back into the brown eyeshadow again and just blended it out. So the key is not to know where one color of eyeshadow is ending and where one is beginning from. The two colors should just merge together, should flow together. There should be no line. Now I'm using powder to soften the edges. Don't forget what I said about no line showing. So I'm using a lighter powder. I am setting the concealer underneath her brows, and at the same time I'm using it to blend out any harsh line of eyeshadow under her eyes. So you can see I'm still going into the eyeshadow just to make sure that there's no line of where any of all those three colors that I used is ending or beginning. Everything just flows together. So that's the most important thing when you are blending your eyeshadow. All the colors must blend together regardless of the number of eyeshadows you are using. Maybe one color, 20 colors, any number of colors. Just make sure that you blend them together seamlessly. So now I'm just going to finish up the skin. To prep the skin for makeup, I used about 4 products. So I used the hydrating spray first of all to hydrate our skin and make sure it's all soft and supple. Then I went into a moisturizing serum. to really intensely hydrate her skin. She has dry skin. Then I went into a moisturizer as well, like a creamy moisturizer, and also applied it on her face. All these products I'm using, I wait for one to dry before placing another one on it. Then lastly, I used a hydrating primer all over her face as well before going into foundation. Now see what I just did. Now on the places where she has hyperpigmentation and spots, so I used my finger to place the foundation that I used on those spots and those marks. If you've watched my video on how to cover hyperpigmentation and blemishes, you understand what I'm trying to do here. So I placed those foundation on those spots, and then I dried it down a bit so that it can get tacky and it won't move again. Then I went into the same foundation and applied it all over her face, and used the setting spray to hydrate it so that it can blend even more seamlessly. And then I blended normally, and I got full coverage without having to use a concealer or a corrector. When I finish blending the foundation with the brush, I'm going to go into a beauty sponge and use it to further blend the foundation so as to soak up any excess foundation that is on the face, and also just push the product into her skin. Now I'm contouring her face, and I'm using a concealer that is about 3 shades darker than her normal skin tone. So I'm blending it with the same beauty sponge. Now I'm using another side of the beauty sponge, and I'm blending it to the whole of her cheeks and the temple of her head, and also her forehead area. So now I'm using a cream blush, and I'm just applying that above the contour that I did. So you can see and you have to blend it very well into the skin. There must be no harsh line when you are blending your products. Now I've started highlighting, and I started with the lower chin. So I'm going to apply the concealer and also use the beauty sponge to blend it out. Now I'm setting the highlighted areas with this mineral finishing powder. So it's a very smooth powder, and I'm just applying it on all the areas that I highlighted. I'm going to do the same thing for the contoured areas as well. I'm also going to use a darker powder. I'm using this powder with a reddish undertone in this palette to set the contour, and at the same time bronze the face to warm it up. When I'm done contouring, I'm going to apply setting powder underneath her eyes and then use blush. If you have any questions so far on this look that we have been creating, please drop them in the comment section and I'll definitely respond. Also like this video if you're enjoying this tutorial, and also share to your friends.
end. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge.
Remember those eyeshadow colors we used on our eyelid? Now I'm going to apply them on our lower lash line. I'm using this tiny smudge brush to apply the brown eyeshadow now, and then I'll move to the other shades of orange to blend it out before using the star of the show, that's the pink eyeliner. You'll see it in a bit now.
Prepared to break the silence. I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall.
For the lips, I decided to go soft, to do like natural lips. So I lined with this brown liquid lipstick, and I also went in with this nude. After blending it together, I felt like the lips were looking quite flat, so I applied a little pink lipstick over it just to give it like a pinkish hue, and I really loved it. Let me know if you loved it in the comment section as well. Also, let me know whatever you think about this look. Did you enjoy this tutorial? Is it something that you'll be trying anytime soon? Did you learn one or two things? Let me know what you learned. I'm really interested in knowing what you learned in this tutorial. And if you have any look you want me to recreate, you can send them to my DM on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I will see you in my next video. Bye.